Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, it's James the Chart Guys. It's Wednesday, April 4th. Going to do my nightly video on gold. So gold, big time upper wick today, closing near the lows. So that's going to be the new resistance that has been established here. That's at 1352.50. 1352.50 is going to be the resistance now. I'm going to be watching on this daily to the midterm here using the daily chart, and support, absolute hold, is going to have to be here down at 1325.40. And we'll see if we continue to tighten here between the range up here of 1362.60 and this bottom here of 1325.40 on the daily. And we'll see how we tighten here on the daily chart. Looking at the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour chart, I have a must-hold level here. And you can see this 20 MA middle Bollinger Band, which is currently at 1339.50. It had held multiple back tests of it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Held multiple back tests of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times it held the back test, and today losing it on that 4-hour. So that is something definitely to be aware of on that 4-hour chart. And so we'll see if there's going to be continuation. Going to look at the low of this 4-hour candle here at 1336. What bulls want to do is, from the bottom here, we've been forming higher highs here and higher lows. So 4-hour needs to hold. Next level must hold is going to be here at that 1332.70 level. 1332.70 is a must hold on this 4-hour, or it's going to change this chart in favor of the bears on the 4-hour chart. Looking at the hourly. Hourly, basically same thing. And on the hourly, you could see that once we had some increasing bear volume here, it was nice increasing bull volume to the highs today, and then that bear volume started, more bear volume than bull volume at that point, was kind of a clear sign here. And so what I'll be watching for tomorrow on a bounce is, I'm going to be using this 5-minute chart. If it continues to hit oversold levels, what I want the bulls to break here is going to be this high here at 1341.90. Let me shut down these notifications. Is going to be at 1341.90. That coincides with this hourly candle. On this dump, that was the high of the bounce attempt here at 1341.90. So until 1341.90 breaks, I'm just going to look at everything as an oversold bounce at this point on the hourly time frames and shorter. And the 4-hour, again, what we're going to be focused in on is if it can manage to hold a higher low here on the 4-hour. Weekly. Weekly still a lower high, another lower high so far this week after last week's lower high. We do have another upper wick. We do not want to lose the low of last week of 1325.40, which is a lot of those levels I've talked to you about on the shorter time frames in this video. And if we do, we could still stay in this pattern of lower highs and continuing to pull back and potentially lower lows. Again, need to hold this low here on the weekly, 1303.60. If you've been following in my recent videos, this is a must hold on the weekly for the bulls. 1303.60 break, and we could see that $1,300 level break, and could see bears absolutely step in. So that is something to be really concerned with and watch for the bears if we do creep to those levels. Looking at the dollar, US dollar daily. So US dollar daily, we still clearly have, I'm going to remove this thing. We still clearly have lower highs, another lower high so far another lower high. Watching this downtrend line here on the daily, we had an inside candle today on the dollar. High and low within the previous ranges, high and low on a doji. So bulls want to break the high of today of 90.228, and bears want to break the low of today of 89.917. And that's reflecting the hourly chart here. And you see the hourly is in a in a equilibrium pattern. So we have the low here, a high here, that's the range. We have a lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high so far. And so tomorrow what bears want to do is break the 89.961, and then the bulls want to break the high of today of 90.117, but I'm going to be really watching for a break here of 90.194 on this hourly equilibrium for the US dollar. Looking at miners, start with the junior miners. So I was watching this equilibrium as well on the miners, high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high. We're getting tighter, and now we've clearly on the 4 hour broken to a lower low here. So any bounce attempt, what bulls need to do is they need to set a higher high now on the miners here to reverse this pattern here, and that's going to be a resistance break of 32.56 on the junior miners, and support is obviously going to be low of today. If we break the low of today of 31.78, then we'll start looking down at the next support at 31.62. At senior miners, same thing. I had an equilibrium pattern that I was watching here. Did break bearish from it, so any bounce attempt needs to break to a higher high on this 4 hour, and that's going to be now a break for 22.24 on any bounce attempt. Look for the break of today's low of 21.82 for continuation to the downside. There are still some decent trading opportunities to be found, and so one of those was in UGT that I shared with the room. The reason why was you could clearly see the weakness in NUGT today, unable to form one single higher high on the 5 minute. I saw this bull reversal candle had the highest volume since after 12 o'clock, and so that bull reversal candle was a clue for me to take a low risk trade with how much it had pulled back already at the lows of the day on that bull reversal candle to play a little bounce attempt. So there are some trades to be made, but I would be very careful until some of those bigger time frame charts work out in the favor of the bulls. On any bounce attempt, look for lower highs to find a potential short entry on the miners at this point. Looking at GDXJ, I'm still looking at this monthly long-term chart as it gets tighter. That's the hourly. Let me go to the monthly. So a monthly chart, you can clearly see it's clear. It's better on GDXJ. That's why I'm watching GDXJ than GDX. High, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. And we're getting tighter and tighter here. And so waiting for a break one way or the other. And if you look at a past chart that looks similar to that, that would be Baidu. This monthly chart kept getting tighter and tighter. You can see high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, and then once it broke, had some really nice upside. So I'm watching GDXJ in the same manner to see which way we break on this monthly chart to give me some direction on which way to play it a little bit longer term. And it has been consolidating for over a year now after this huge move that we had back in 2016. The miners had an absolute monster move, and so it's just consolidating, and I'm waiting for a break here, either way for a higher high or a lower low on this monthly chart. So going back to gold, looks like gold is pulling back currently. Another thing I'm watching on gold on monthly is 1, 2, 3 so far this month, 4 consecutive lower highs on monthly candles. And longer term view, we do have those lower highs on the monthly. We could just move in range for a while there. Gold has been moving in a pretty boring range lately, but longer term view, we are setting higher lows on the monthly as well. And so we'll see if we're able to ever break one of these consecutive lower high candles on the monthly to give us a potential signal that we're going to continue to move higher. On any pullback, we'll look for a higher low as long as it holds above this low of 12.38.30 low on the monthly candle. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.